everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. A lot of you have been asking me to showcase my Louis Vuitton collection, and since my Louis Vuitton collection is comprised, let's say 90% of small leather goods, because I really like Louis Vuitton in the small leather good department, I've decided to present to you my entire small leather good Louis Vuitton collection in this video. I have my gloves to make it look super fancy schmancy and clean and special, because we're dealing with delicate products here. I just think it looks fancy. I don't know. Anyway, let's begin with the smallest piece. The smallest piece, which is also my most used piece. This is the Zippy, the compact Zippy Monogram Louis Vuitton wallet. I have had this one since 2012. It is with me every day. Every day. It's always with me. I've emptied it for the occasion. Now 2012, now it's 2017. So that's 5 years, well, 4.5 years, because I bought it towards the second half of 2012. Every day, and it's very stuffed. You can see it's already kind of shaping a little bit. It has a little bit of a bubbly, like it's protruding there, because I really stuff it to the brim. You can see there the shape of the cards that are then in the wallet, and I put, you know, coins in here, as well as of course paper money and credit cards or cards and there, as well as here in the back, as well as here. This one was made in France. Can we zoom in like properly so you could, there. That's kind of hard. I'm trying really hard to make you guys see the difficult for it to, well, anyway. And this one is leather on the inside, and we have the Louis Vuitton canvas on the outside. I'm a huge fan of the Monogram canvas. I'm a huge fan of all that it represented, you know, in the mostly 80s and 90s hip-hop movement and style. So that's where this love of it comes from me. This is my wallet every day. The zipper functions perfectly. So let's, 5 years almost, and this one has been holding up magnificently. You could even see the sides here, the most delicate parts of this type of wallets. Nothing. It's completely holding up to wear and tear. We have a little bit of I'm noticing, just there, a little bit rubbing off of the lighter beigey brown tone off of the extremities of these various logos. But other than that, this one is in perfect condition. The only thing that peeled off relatively soon after purchasing it was the kind of the gold that was covering this zipper. So now it kind of turned silvery. But after 5 years, what do you want? This is still perfect condition, quality. I would rebuy it. I wouldn't think twice. I would definitely get this one again if something were, heaven forbid, to happen to this one. Moving on, size-wise, actually, this one I have to take out again because I forgot to take out my passport. There. All right. So now you've guessed what this is. It's the passport holder. This one was also purchased in Louis Vuitton boutique over a year ago. And this one was hard to hunt down because I wanted it in Monogram, and I wanted it made in France. Now, I know this sounds really superficial, but to me, Louis Vuitton is a French brand, and most of these are made in Spain. Every time, it's been like 3 years of hunting this one down. Every time I would go all over the world, wherever I would be traveling, I would rush into a Louis Vuitton boutique if I saw one on the way, and I would ask if they had it, if they at all had it, because usually these are not even really available in the Monogram canvas version, and then they would be made in Spain. This one, however, is made in France. And I am so thrilled to have found it. Leather on the inside. Very sturdy and flexible. And then we have the two Louis Vuitton logos here. What is interesting with these pieces, sometimes people say usually it's pertaining to bags, that the L and the V's are usually never cut. That's not true. as you can see, we have the Louis Vuitton here, but there we have the LVs cut at the border. So it's not true that they are never cut. Mind you, again, this piece purchased in a Louis Vuitton boutique. So whoever tells you that, at least on small leather goods, the LV is never cut, not true. It can be, and it is, when it comes to the passport holder. And to check it out, I don't know if they always showcase the back, but you could also check the Louis Vuitton website to see more details on this little gorgeous piece. So I put my passport in here, the back page of the passport, the front there. Here I usually put my, when I'm flying, I put my little sticker tag from the flight, with, tells your name, whatever, how many kilo your luggage has, what have you. A couple of cards here. I never used this really. I never did till now. I never needed it because I have my wallet for that. And here you could put your tickets, your flight documents. So that's that. Loving this piece. I would repurchase it again if something were, heaven forbid, to happen to this one, but I guess it would take me years and years and years to hunt down a made in France again. Moving on, slightly bigger in size is my little, what is this, the PM Agenda, the tiny, the small one. Also monogram canvas. This one is a couple of years old, I think from 2015. I also have this always with me. Now I am exchanging the inlay to 2017, but just I prefer this one to the 2017 because it reminds me of Twin Peaks and the Black Lodge, because it has the zigzaggy kind of reminiscent of the floor in the Red Room of Twin Peaks. But anyway, this is just my geeky thing. This one also managed to hunt down the Made in France version, also purchased in the Louis Vuitton boutique directly. You open it up, click it here, and these little rings open, and then you exchange your inlays or whatever you have. You don't have to buy the Louis Vuitton. You could also buy other brands, but I'm just kind of geek that way. I love my Louis inlays or pages or papers, but they're prints. I think they're really pretty. And also in this case, I never used really these card bits. I do use this back pocket. I do use quite a bit to put all sorts of things in there, like extra papers, bits and bobs. The sides, again, this is, you can see here also we have the cut LV. So that's another example of how the L and the V can be cut through. It's not true that they're never cut through. The edges and corners are holding up very well to wear and tear. So we have around 2 years of use. Every day I take it with me. I don't leave home without it. And so it's squished in my bag. It goes through a lot of wear and tear, but it's been holding up perfectly to time. These canvases are so flexible and durable. And then the leather on top of that, on the inside, they're just perfect. And I love how it's still, after so many years, it smells of leather. I do take a lot of care, but, they still have their own particular smell. These pieces are just gorgeous. Moving on, slightly bigger. We're growing in size. This is the Poche Toilette 15. Now, it's supposed to be 15 centimeters, but I have told in the review of this piece in my other video, I will post the link in the description box down below. Louis Vuitton kind of tricks us out of a centimeter, and if you have your back, also this one purchased in the Louis Vuitton boutique directly, it's called a 15, but I measured it to be 14 centimeters. So, but anyway, so these are, intended for cosmetics and what have you. So the inside is not leather. It's kind of a plasticky material. It's some sort of pleather. You could call it that way. See, it has this beigey tone, very beautiful, clean. I'm loving it. And this one also is rigorously hunted down, made in France. This one is also around 2 years old. I can't remember really. I would have to look at the stamping on the inside. I am really taking a lot of care for this vaqueta or vachetta leather to patina very evenly, nicely. So this one is already getting a beautiful honey tone. So beautiful. I love these little bits of leather. I mean, in the camera, depending on what angle I show you, if it's too exposed, it's going to see now it looks whitish. But if you tilt it a little, it gets that honey tone. The zipper works perfectly. Now, when I don't use these bags, and of course we have the Louis Vuittons upside down on the back, you know, you've heard this in 1,000,000,001 video out there. One continuous piece of canvas running throughout the bag, piece, pochette, pouch, whatever you want to call it. When I don't use it, I store it with, I just stuff it with tissue paper, white tissue paper, nothing colored because I don't want any color transfer to happen on this very, very delicate beigey tone. So yeah, that's what I do when it comes to this piece. Moving on to slightly bigger, and here monogram. This one is in its pouch because I don't want it to touch anything, because I don't want any color transfer. You could also check the review of this one in the description box down below. You're going to see it in a second. This is my Takashi Murakami. Oh, let's turn it like this so we have it in the right size. Also a little poche toilette that in this case is white with all the monogram prints in all different colors running throughout the entire piece. This one, super, super delicate and fragile. I have to always take extra care. I always keep it in its pouch and then in its original, slide box that it came with. Here we have little leather going on, also aging very, very well, no stains whatsoever. So I'm keeping a lot of care for this one, making sure that it becomes as honey as possible. I've used this one also on this side. I've used this one, for those of you who have been following me since quite some time know that I've had a segment in my prior videos where I would showcase at the end of the video this little toilet pouch, and I would take out a question to read, a question that you guys would make me or give me for my channel, and then I would read the question and then answer it. So this segment has been since discontinued, but the little toilet pouch hasn't, of course. It's still in pristine condition. I literally use gloves to touch it because it's so clean and white, and since they have mostly discontinued production and the collaboration with Takashi Murakami is over, it's really an art piece to me. Each and every one of these have to be printed separately with a different color. A lot of work went into it, and it's so gorgeously like kind of violet-y, velvety, pinky inside, and made in France as well. This one was also purchased, oh come on, focus, doesn't want to focus. This one was also purchased in the Louis Vuitton boutique. Look at all these colors. I'm always like in awe when I look at them. They're just so beautiful, so saturated, so intense. This is an art piece. This one I don't stuff because it's already in this, it's cut in this shape, so it doesn't lose its shape at all. So I don't put anything in there. I don't want to risk color transfers or what have you. When I close the zipper, I always close it up to here, not more, so that it doesn't touch, so that this metal doesn't touch the leather there, so it doesn't kind of cover it, hence avoiding even patina and aging. So let's put it back into its little pouch. Moving on to a bigger piece. Here is the toilet pouch 26, or the poche toilette 26. This one is the biggest one of the three. We have a 15, a 19, and a 26. I do not own a 19 size. This one, literally, I also, when I don't use it, I stuff it with a white neutral tissue paper with no smell or anything, because I want to preserve this beautiful color. Now, I don't put any toiletry in this piece. What I do, sometimes I take it out as a clutch, as a sort of a under the arm, or just hold it like that while I'm out and about in the city. So I would have my wallet in here. I would have my, oh, actually we could, I could show you. So I could put my agenda in there. I could put my passport holder in there. I could put my zippy compact in there. And there's still so much space. There's still so much room left. And to me, you know, since I was a kid and I saw Lady Diana with this piece, walking around with, I think she was already with Dodi Al-Fayed back in the day. She was like kind of stepping off a yacht with her little 26 Poche Toilette, or was it a 19? I think it was a 26 by Louis Vuitton. I just fell in love with it. I was like, okay, one day I'm going to get me one of those because it was the epitome of class. She was so elegant when she came off that boat with this piece. Loved it. And then Marc Jacobs would often go out, when he was the artistic director of Louis Vuitton, he would often be seen with this little gorgeous Poche Toilette as a clutch or as a bag to carry around with him when he would be out and about, even on red carpets. You could Google it and check out both Lady Di as well as Marc Jacobs with this gorgeous little piece. And now, also me. But yeah, so this one was also purchased directly in a Louis Vuitton boutique. That's how it is when you close it. And this one is also made in France. Now, again, this leather, I'm taking a lot of care that it gets its patina evenly. And I just love, love, love this piece. This is my prized possession. And the price for these kind of keeps going up, usually once a year or twice a year. So unfortunately, I purchased mine like right after the markup a couple of years ago. But whatever, the markup was like, I think, 20 bucks. So yeah, something's got to give, right? And now moving on to the biggest piece. So this is borderline, what I'm going to show you now, between a small leather good and actually a bag. This piece has been discontinued. It's huge. It doesn't even fit into the frame really, so I'm going to have to kind of work the angle here, guys. This piece has been discontinued in this form. This is the poche document, so it is like a pochette for documents. This is the biggest size they ever made. Louis Vuitton does not produce this anymore. I purchased this also directly at Louis Vuitton, and it has the zipper running. Oh, this is going to be hard. Running across like that, and then down here, again another corner, and then we can open it. Here I left the filling, the stuffing. Now here I don't use just tissue, I also use plastic. Why? Because here we have leather. The entire poche document used to be made in leather on the inside. This is a lot of leather. And oh my God, let me check the stamping. I forgot what year I got this one. This one is from 2012. I remember getting this in December, and it was crazy because I was hunting this piece down since months. It was every Louis Vuitton boutique I would go to sold out, and then online, the Louis Vuitton boutique online, their e-commerce also always sold out, and every time I would look at it, like let's say every 2 or 3 weeks, the price would go up. This one was crazy. They were upping the price like crazy. The first time I discovered this piece, it was around, I think $385 or no, euro, what was it? Can't remember. And then it went 400, 435, 450, 470, 550. Then it got discontinued. Then they made a smaller version. It's like literally it would be like that big. So all of this would be cut off, and it's not leather on the inside anymore. Now they just have like this, I don't know, synthetic material, and it costs even more than this one used to cost. So this one, in my personal opinion, has received the biggest markup I have ever experienced from a Louis Vuitton piece, go figure. And it's so loved and people wanted to have it, and yet Louis Vuitton went and discontinued it. That's insane. I would have never discontinued this one. I wear this one again here. This is also made in France. There we have its little stamp. It's very substantial. It's quite heavy. Because of all the amount of leather and canvas and the entire zipper, literally, you know, running all the way from here, we have all of this being zippered. So you could imagine how much it's hefty. Now this one, I always stuff it when I don't use it. When I do use it, I put everything in here. You could even put sunglasses in here. They fit. You could put all your documents here because it is a poche document. So it has the format of all sorts of documents. From an A4 to an A3, whatever. You can bend them as well. And it fits in the wallet. I mean, look how spacious and big it is. This piece is so beautiful. This piece concludes my entire Louis Vuitton small leather good small leather goods collection. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do thumb it up and let me know what you think about it in the description box, not the description box, in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to never give up on love. See you soon. Take care. Bye.